Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I am your host, Adam Edwards, and this week is a very special week because it kicks off a very special season for all of us. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. College football, y'all. It's back. It's back in full force.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
What a bunch of trash.
Joey, is Texas back this year?
They're like the Michael Myers of maybe coming back. So yeah, okay. I would. Yeah, they're probably back.
Okay,
they'll be back next year too. Is the thing. But
yeah, Texas always seems to be coming back, but I don't know if they're ever back.
Stop it.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe a couple more years. Anyway, this is a movie podcast.
What's wrong, Justin Petty?
Stop
What?
Stop talking about dumb shit.
You don't want to talk about SEC migration?
No, I want to talk about this weird little boy.
You don't want to talk about football?
I'm out on football. I need weird little boys. Let's go.
So, yeah, Joseph Graham is with us this week. According to him, Texas is the Michael Myers of college football. Justin Petty is with us this week. Apocalypse Howell is just permanently out on assignment, so fuck that guy. JD Karpicki is also out this week. But joining us, friend of the show, hasn't been on in a while. Glad to have him. We've got James Puckett back. James, how are you?
Doing well. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Good to see you, man.
Welcome back.
It's good to be in the kingdom.
I will say, now that you're here, we recorded some, like probably the first dozen episodes, a handful with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And since then, we have brainworms about these movies.
Not unlike some of the people in this movie.
We have been, our minds, we've even thought, even just last week, we were like, we watched a movie from another set of producers that did Skyscraper. They did this movie Rage that we watched last week. We were like, yeah, this isn't as good as Skyscraper. I'm sure we were really high on Skyscraper. And then we were like way lower than even we were on Rage. We're like, oh, we've changed.
Yeah. Our brains are rotting.
Yeah. So just to give you a heads up when we possibly rate this movie too high. That's what's wrong. We're on our 40th somewhat episode, so
yeah.
I might be rating it too low then, maybe. I'm not sure.
So tonight we watched 1981's Burial Ground, aka Le Notti del Terrore, or The Nights of Terror.
Le Notti del Terrore. Terrore.
It's an Italian film by director Andrea Bianchi.
Gino Toscadori.
Andrea Bianchi.
By Piero Regnoli. Starring Karen Well, Gianluigi Chirizzi. Wow. And then our favorite Pietro Barzacchini as Michael.
Wait, his name is Zucchini?
Barzacchini. Barzacchini.
Barzacchini.
Barzacchini.
Like Bart Simpson, but in Italian.
See, he goes by actually like Peter Bart is what like his stage
Peter
name
Bark,
is.
Yeah.
Or Bark.
That's a stage name.
Peter Bark. Even though he never made another movie.
Love Peter Bark.
And then one of the guys' names is Claudio Zucchet. Spaghetti.
And that was the white shirt guy. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, we also had Raimondo Barbieri as the professor. So this is a zombie movie. Early 80s, clearly made on the coattails of the 70s.
Yeah.
Italian zombie film.
Yeah, so this is a ripoff of a ripoff of a ripoff.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I mean,
maybe
every zombie
subtract one
movie
of
is
them.
that.
I was gonna say it's kind of just the traditional, like
Well, you're looking at it through the lens of someone that has
doesn't
just
know it as well. Yeah,
zombie films. Mostly from 2000 onward. I'm gonna assume. So this is the 80s still.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm a long-standing zombie aficionado.
Yeah, but I'm
From
not
the
gonna.
70s.
Okay.
Are you saying
I'm a time
aficionado
traveling.
because we watched an Italian movie tonight? Jesus, come on.
No, I'm saying aficionado because I'm Italian.
You're allowed to say aficionado.
25%.
Yeah.
No, but really, Lucio
Zombie Alfredo.
Fulci started this kick in Italy. I assume. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyway, he made Zombie 2, which is literally trying to cash in on the popularity of Dawn of the Dead.
Did we watch a Zombie 2 during your Halloween marathon last year?
Yes, we watched it last year, so you guys have seen it.
Was Zombie 2 the first Italian zombie movie?
I don't know if it was the first, but it's the biggest one.
Okay.
And it's maybe the first one from Fulci, Lucio Fulci, I think. Because he did other kinds of Italian movies, and then he started doing horror movies, and people were like, we fucking love your horror movies. But I don't think he really loved doing horror movies, but he kept doing them because they made him get
That's
more
where the
jobs
money
making
is.
horror movies.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is kind of a ripoff of Zombie 2, which is a fake sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which is a sequel to Romero's own.
Oh, it's a sequel to Dawn of the Dead?
It's not really. It's a fake one.
Right.
Because it was released in Italy as Zombie, I think. And they were like, well, this is Zombie 2. Because they don't have any rules over there, or they didn't.
I mean, that's where the mafia's from, so,
Yeah.
No rules, just spaghetti.
No rules.
When you hear your family.
That
What
does
is-
work better for,
Olive Garden. What is the Olive Garden saying?
That is when you
hear your family.
Oh, okay. No rules, just spaghetti.
No rules, just spaghetti. No rules, just right. I think is Outback.
Yeah, it is.
No rules, just right, or something.
Because, it was a prison colony.
Yeah, it's no rules, just right.
Yeah. Okay.
Australian for shit.
No rules, just dicks.
Yeah.
Full
So this movie is
Australian for dicks.
it's horny. It's a horny.
This movie is
zombie
very
movie.
horny.
Yeah.
It's horny for a lot of things, too. It's horny for death. It's horny for sex. It's horny for incest.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely horny for mommies.
Really horny for
I'm
mommies.
really spoiling some stuff, but that's fine. If you want to talk about horny mommies, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You're the one little something for daddy.
Or maybe go watch this movie real quick and then come back for this discussion because
It's a short movie. It's less than 90 minutes, I think.
oh, nice.
It's like 85.
Yeah, it felt fairly.
It can feel longer at times,
At times, for sure.
especially during a scene where anyone's walking.
Mm-hmm.
For being a spiritual sequel to the sequel of Dawn of the Dead, it has the pace of Night of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm.
It is a glacial pace.
Yeah.
Like, this movie moves as fast as the zombies.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is not good. I think.
Sometimes. I don't know. I think there's a fairly good pace of like things that happen. The problem is you don't care sometimes, but anyway, I don't know. It starts off with Darwin,
Yeah.
a bearded man with a secret.
Rasputin
with a secret. Yeah, and he's like, he has this great line. He's like, I discovered the secret, and it is unimaginably great, or some bullshit like
It's
that.
incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
No one will understand. And then he immediately goes into this tomb underneath the place, presumably. and then gets eaten alive.
All right.
Skeletor.
That's tight.
Oh, nice.
Look at that pinky ring.
No, no. I'm your friend. No.
Spaghetti.
Oh shit!
Miss Rosie.
Oh man, I wish they had spaghetti inside of their bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Then a large group of horny people show up to this giant mansion house with this weird
Yeah.
kid.
Michael.
Who immediately
Put a pin in that mess.
put a pin in that one. Strange looking boy with big red pants.
In his white sweater.
Oh my god.
But yeah, then you get to some place and they all like, you don't really get to, I don't know, maybe we weren't paying attention, but you don't really get to know any of these people. But they settle in and they go to sleep pretty quickly.
Yep.
Mama of the boy, no dad to speak of. She puts we'll call him in the movie, I don't know, 12, 13? Is he supposed to be playing?
According to the film, yeah, he's probably 12-ish. In real life, he's like 30.
She puts him to bed. And then there's this weird zoom on his face and this weird sound is like,
It's not a child. It's not a fucking kid.
maybe it's an orphan situation.
She would not be looking at that thing and smiling like that.
It's still a human, Justin.
Oh, dude, you are so.
Is he imagining his mom's ass?
And nips.
What is happening? And it's almost like he's conscious of horny people in his area.
He has a horny radar.
Yeah, it's like he has like gaydar, except it's just for
It's
anyone
his erection.
horny.
That's why his brain is his head is so big.
He can feel horniness. So he scampers.
There's almost a throbbing that leads him to the horniness.
A throbbing skull.
He's like a precog of horniness. He's just like,
Pre-cum of horniness.
oh god.
God. Anyway, he barges in on some horny people trying to have sex. Not his mom, although it's cut like it would be his mom, but then it's not because you don't know any of these people. It's just like, was that the Italian woman that was just shown as his mom? But then it's not, and she's like showing butt and boobs. Then it cuts, to underneath the house, I guess, and the zombies wake up from some naps.
Some very casual naps laying on a bench.
Yeah, and then they cut away from that, and then it's the next day. They're like, this place was built on Etruscan peasants or something to do with Etruscans. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Okay, so some plot is laid down. But yeah, then the zombies break into the house and start picking off horny folks. Or maybe they come in through the first scene, I think, is in the grounds of the mansion. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're all like
fucking
picnic
couple.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the picnic fucking couple, and then they go into the house, and then that's the rest of the movie.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Like I said, the pace of Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're all getting attacked, but they're very, very slow. They go into the house. There's suddenly a maid that you don't see until this point, and then they ask the maid to go stake out an area for them to hide, I guess, in maybe the lower levels of the mansion. And then she gets a stake in the hand from zombies who know how to use tools.
Yeah.
They're all about tools.
He like throws it at her hand too.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're regular
I forgot about
pilgrims.
that. He
Like a
throws it
ninja move.
like as a fucking. These zombies are very dexterous.
Yes.
What is it?
Dexterous.
Dexterous.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexterous Laboratory-ish.
GG.
Anyway, there's this Burt Reynolds character who ensures that She gets eaten. I guess she gets beheaded by the zombies or something. They rip her head off after she gets a stake in the hand.
So this is my favorite part, so we can do that right real quick. But like, she's leaning out the window with her candle, and the zombie has a stake and throws it ninja style. It stabs her in the hand on the windowsill, and she's hanging with her head over the windowsill. And then 2 other zombies come up behind the first zombie with a fucking scythe. And then they raise the scythe up around her neck and pull it down to decapitate her.
Yeah.
Her head falls off.
That's
and
your
then
favorite part.
That's my favorite part. Yes, because and then after that, Burt Reynolds comes in and he has a really great reaction face when he sees her decapitated body, and then decides he's going to throw her body out of the window.
He's just dumping the body, you know?
Oh, shit.
Weird choice.
Is she even deed?
Yeah. What?
Oh, she didn't have a head.
She got beheaded. And it
throws her away.
It's a really cool shot or like a cool idea, because he throws her out the window, but her hand is still stuck to the windowsill. And so you see like her body falling down, but her hand is stuck through, and the zombies are grabbing her legs, and eventually they pull her enough that the stake goes through her hand. And it's like really gnarly, and she falls down and gets eaten. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking metal.
Yeah, I liked that a lot. He was just like, well, might as well have the rest of her.
Yeah.
So that they can distract for a little while and we can figure out what to do. Yeah, and then they run around the house for a little while, and then comes our moment pretty quickly. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff, but that's inconsequential in my opinion. But we get our big moment of this fucking movie, where little 12, 13-year-old Michael and his mom kind of like hug for a second on a chair, like out of fear, seemingly.
Yeah.
And then Michael expresses his interest in her breasts and sucking on them, like he did when he was a baby. Romero
What the
movie,
fuck
Romero.
is? Stop it! Stop!
You don't like stepmom porn, bro?
What's going on?
Were they into each other?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, they're lovers.
What's
Okay.
going on?
Oh, Mama. I love you
What
so much.
the fuck?
I need to feel you near me. I need to touch you. When I was a baby, you always used to hold me to your breast. I loved your breast so much, Mama.
God, I was kidding earlier, bro.
What's wrong?
front
I'm your
pouch.
son, Michael.
I wrote, what the fuck?
Uncomfortable to watch.
And then I thought they were gonna fuck, but then she kind of like,
Well, he's also
Sorta-
running his hand up her thigh.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he's like in her panties.
Yeah.
Second base. I mean, like, yeah.
Yes.
I thought we were gonna do, spoiler alert for all you folks who haven't seen this, Orphan, but I thought we were gonna do an Orphan thing where they revealed this guy was not a child, and he was like her boyfriend that was posing as her child, but they actually had a sexual relationship. But I was like, this is about to get really interesting suddenly. But then she cuts it down. She's like, no, Michael, no. And then she runs away, I guess.
She slaps him in the face. Like
Yeah.
she
Right,
smacks him
yeah.
hard, and then he runs away.
He runs away. Yes.
Okay, yeah, and then he...
You're
and
my
then he-
mommy. I just wanted to be close to your body.
Yeah, and then he comes into contact with a woman, the woman he saw initially very early in the movie, that was naked, that was trying to fuck. She got eaten at some point and becomes a zombie, and he sees her, and I don't know, is he so horny that he like hangs out with her for a little while, and then she ends up...
It just shows her like, almost attacking him or something, and then like it cuts to him later, and you see like his arms off or something.
Yeah, she takes him back to the bathroom or something, and then rips his arm off and is eating it, and he dies, I guess, from blood. Whatever. His mom bursts in. She's very, very upset, obviously, and she wants to fight the other lady, but the other lady's a zombie.
Yeah, and then
she does bash her head into the tub until mayo ketchup runs down the side.
Oh yeah, the mom kills the zombie. Yes.
Leslie, you killed my son! Damn you! Damn you! You killed him! You killed Michael! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! You killed my son! You killed him! God damn you! You killed Michael! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you!
Pretty good. It's like mayonnaise and ketchup.
That's fun.
I bet it's just milk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other thing. Is the diarrhea blood? Pretty cool. I thought
it was real gross. It was like
it was disgusting. I thought it was correct in a weird way.
Yeah, I felt like I could smell it.
Yeah, I haven't thought about zombie blood, but it seems it's mostly red from American zombie movies. But I was like, this is diarrhea blood, which makes sense because these are really, really rotted corpses.
Yeah, like I felt like it wasn't so much blood as like
just like
pus that had been like festering in this rotting body.
Yeah, like blood as a base, as your water, and then everything on top is your rotted corpse. Pretty good.
You want to put down a blood base first.
Yeah. Put it down a blood.
Then saute it.
Just to get a base.
Or get the base.
I wrote down something like the professor returns. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah, then the professor returns as a zombie. And he eats one of his students? Maybe? This is a plot point.
No, it's the I think it's the butler.
Nuclear fusion.
I have a theory.
They're expecting us. Professor.
Natural selection, bitch.
Ooh, tight.
A little latex pouch thing. Oh, nice.
Not too bad. All right.
Run away to a monastery or like a church nearby or something? Catholic church or...
Yeah, they see a monk. They see a hooded figure. And
they follow him.
Burt Reynolds is like, I think it's Burt Reynolds. He's like, oh, there's a monk. We should follow him to the monastery. And they follow him all the way into the monastery.
Yeah, and then it turns out all the monks are zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is good.
And they're just having a nice little feast in there.
Yeah.
Well, they eat him.
Yeah, and then we see they eat him.
Yeah.
They kill Bert. They eat with the mask. This is the only time we see. We'll talk about these zombies probably later. But these, yeah. But then Bert comes back, but I don't think we ever see him again. He like
comes
back
but he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, he
comes
sits
back to
up,
life
and that was it.
Scene, and that's
we see him walk into the other room.
Yeah.
But yeah,
goodbye, Burt Reynolds.
They all come
Italian
back at the
Reynolds.
end. Spoilers.
Anyway, these zombies are cool.
Yeah,
they're all in these like weird frock kind of, mostly green and yellow. They got like style. I liked that.
Initially, they also kind of seem a little just like some curious cats.
Yeah, they're not
before they started attack. Like they didn't seem like they were going to attack in the first like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're just taking naps and they're like real slow out of the grass, and they just. It seems like they just want to hang out for a minute.
But they need to eat, So,
but they're just like turkey, I don't know when they're looking at human beings.
I'm hungry.
But they're. I mean, it's a production choice because it's just hands and face. Makes the makeup a little easier to put them in these frock things. We talked about what the Etruscans were, but I don't know.
Is that what it is? Is it that group of zombies, the Etruscans, or?
Yes, they are.
I think that's what the implication is.
They are the Etruscans. I don't know exactly I don't know a lot about Italian history outside of like Holy Roman Empire and shit.
Okay.
I assume that the Etruscans were before that. I think that they helped build Rome, but I don't know how they fit it. Like, I don't know if they're seen as lesser than. I don't know anything about that. But
if this had been an American-made film with any sort of thought behind it, it would have been like black slaves coming out of the ground.
that's kind of the vibe that I got. Yeah.
That's the vibe that you get, but they're in this kind of almost religious sort of look. The ones, they look really old compared to like the newer zombies in the film. So
Yeah, it definitely has like vibes of like an Italian plantation, and these were like the workers.
yeah, and they're good with like old world tools and whatnot.
Yeah, there's that one part where they fashion a battering ram.
What the fuck? These zombies are very medieval times.
They had to have cut down that tree.
Well, yeah, they had all those tools, remember?
They had a saw. They had an axe and a saw. And did they have a 2-man saw?
Sure.
Why not? I would have liked to have seen that.
And they're battering down the gate of the fucking villa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool. I liked that they had some ingenuity.
Yeah.
I wonder if this was the first zombie movie that used tools, like they learned and used tools. I know
it's possible.
Day of the Dead was his later one. That was in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah,
when they had Bub, because like they were teaching Bub how to do stuff.
You said this is 81?
81, yeah.
I think Day of the Dead is more mid 80s. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if I had to guess, I would guess that. Yeah, this was like an ill-defined time of zombies. You kind of do, you could still do new stuff. Like you could still do new stuff now, but like, you know, once, like we talked about earlier, it was like the 28 Days Later introduced like the virus zombie basically, and zombies have kind of been stuck in from virus zombie to spooky, like this, what do we call this one, like black magic zombie, or
like voodoo zombie, or
and then Romero's kind of inexplicable zombie, I would say. I don't know if they ever really get to the bottom of what they are in Romero ones, but I'm not like,
I think that they're like
super
some kind of plague. Yeah, they're vague on it because I think the world is crumbling around them. So
yeah,
I think one of the things that might be it's a decision they made for whatever reason, but doing it during the day. If it had been at night, there could have been some really creepy, kind of spooky, what do they call those, jump scares, and just effective scares too, tension.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I did think about that part, like maybe halfway through the movie. There is one scene at night, and it's maybe two, but it's when the maid gets her head chopped off, and then when the zombies are using the battering ram. Those two things are at night.
Yeah, that scene where they come into that kind of red curtained room is at night. And there's like a lot of candles and stuff.
But most of the zombie stuff outside is in the day, which I found to be interesting considering this is called Nights of Terror.
It's Alaska.
Yeah. Right, yeah. It's so far north that But
that their text messaging.
Evil Dead is during the night, it's at nighttime. And like when it becomes the daytime, it's not, they're not immediately safe, but it is felt as safer. You know what I mean? Like, because they can see.
Because you can see. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think Zombie 2 also, a lot of it is during the day.
It is.
Just an Italian thing, I guess.
Yeah, and there's even like daytime boat scenes. That's how the movie opens and closes, I think, is on like a daytime boat scene, sailboat, like a nice one. But
It's cheaper to shoot during the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheaper to shoot. This is a cheap Italian horror film, so that's just kind of the thing.
Did anybody successfully bang in this movie?
No, Michael keeps
maybe not.
ruining it.
Yeah,
Michael ruined the
keeps-
first one. The zombie ruined the
Zombies,
second
internet.
one.
It really seems like initially that he's like tapped into the horny factor or something, and then he's gonna be also like along with the zombies be tapped into like, oh, we must kill horny people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole morality thing here. They all deserve to die because they were horny.
But then none of that adds up to anything, and it's just
No, it
zombies.
doesn't matter.
and zombies and this kid that wants to fuck his mom. That apparently is this actor is a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
You were saying?
Yeah, he was born in 1955. If this came out in 81,
So
then
25.
make it like 25.
Ugh. Yeah, that makes me feel old, but yeah. So that's a whole other thing that is. You can't have I'm putting a teenager on film grabbing his mom's tit if that's in the script and whatnot. I could see why they were like, let's maybe find an older person who could play it, and then this guy walks in the room. You're like, well, that guy certainly looks younger than everyone else that's walked in.
Yeah.
He looks something.
Every 18-year-old that's walked in doesn't quite look the part. And this kid looks creepy as fuck. Something looks wrong with him. Let's play into that.
He's like, am I playing college? They're like, you're playing middle school.
Mama. Which I would like to see the Italian version and know Italian and see what they actually say. It seems like it's about somewhat different.
Yeah.
When he says some of the specifics about, like, when the mom is like, hey, you used to love it, or maybe it's the kid who says it. It's like, oh, I used to do it when I was a child. Why can't I do it now? Like, was that really how that was written? Really? Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, because it seems unlikely, like, he would have waited this long to try it again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time. If he's trying it right now, he's definitely trying it at least once a week. leading up to that moment. Like, he keeps trying it, and mom's like, no.
Are you...
Not now.
What's her mom's name?
Lisa.
Lisa. I don't know why I thought Alicia.
That's my mom's name. Alicia.
Oh, Alicia and Lisa. And Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Where are you going with this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just gonna pop off real quick thinking about
where is this going?
I'm just thinking about you asking your mom for sex is what I'm thinking about, and I'm just picturing Lisa saying no. But how she would say it.
No.
Justin, stop.
No.
Stop. Your dad's
Nothing
right
like
here.
I feel like that's what Alicia would say.
Hell.
Mommy quilted a sex quilt
Jesus.
for you.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
So did anybody have any favorite parts?
I mean, we were making jokes the whole time, the whole movie, about he's going to turn into a zombie and he's going to want to suck on her boob again.
But the left field choice of that thing, you were not predicting.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I was absolutely not predicting it. We were just making jokes. I was just saying dumb shit. But when it actually fucking happened, I did not expect it to happen.
To be clear, we're talking about Michael dying, becoming a zombie, and coming back and sucking his mom's tit.
Been injured because of faulty apartment equipment.
Here it is.
He's back.
He's back. And he's horny.
He's just got a raging boner.
And he's horny.
Michael! Oh, my baby!
Wait, does he have his arm back?
My son. Michael.
Stop, Evelyn! Don't touch it! No! It's a zombie! Don't touch it!
Is that the first time they've said zombie in this movie?
Back to me, didn't you?
Maybe.
Oh, darling, I'm so happy.
No,
Oh, Michael.
I think they did it early on.
Michael, oh, darling. Oh, dearest. Oh, you're here. We'll never leave each other again. Oh, darling.
This guy's face.
Always together. Michael, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Oh. He's gonna eat her tits.
Oh my god. Now she's into
Wow. Oh wow.
it.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
ahead, darling. I know you want to. You used to love it.
I knew she was into it. She was posing.
Oh, okay.
James's face. Yes! Yeah! Wow.
I've never seen that before.
No, no one has. Hell yeah, Michael.
Yes, yes, yes.
Literally.
No one saw that fucking part
No,
of the plot coming. That was something you may never see again in a zombie movie.
No.
At least in our time. I hope it comes back.
Yeah,
But
I was not saying I predicted it. I was saying I was just talking shit, making dumb jokes.
yeah.
It fucking happened, and I lost my
Yeah.
shit. it was, oh my god, that was
Mama.
it was
Mama.
it was uncomfortable, awful, like fucking awful, and amazing. And it's something that, yeah, like Joey said, like, how many? It's been 40 years since this movie came out. I don't think it's happened again since then. I think for good reason. I think this is
Yeah.
this is
it's
the only
fucked up.
time this ever needs to happen in a movie.
The only other movie, I feel like I've brought this up before in this podcast, that I can think of where someone has sex with their mom is Spanking the Monkey, which is a David O. Russell movie before he started making good money.
Well, didn't they have sex with the mom and what's the movie we watched, the famously bad one? Z, or the one from the thing from outer space, the alien from outer space that like
Oh.
it gives birth to its
An extra?
extra, yeah.
Is that technically mom sex?
I guess not, but the mom like
That's
doesn't
like,
she-
that's like an alien impregnating a different woman, I think.
okay.
Unless that's unless there's a different part of Extra. Every time I watch Extra, I'm not sober. I don't think you should
I forgot.
watch that movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to think of my favorite part. It's definitely probably when that maid gets when the zombie throws the thing at the maid's hand was kind of cool, I thought.
Oh shit.
what did you just throw something?
He threw like a steak and it hit her in the hand.
Wow.
They're using tools.
He's got a fucking scythe. Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was kind of what you were talking about, Joey, like how the zombies do have these odd like
Abilities.
abilities. Yeah, exactly. Like not powers, but abilities to, create a battering ram and like throw this.
I would have liked to have seen more of them being industrious.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was, if he was pulling from this movie. It obviously wasn't his original idea because it happened in this movie. But in Land of the Dead, George Romero made a point to show the zombies doing their old jobs. Like at one point, there's a gas attendant zombie who just is stuck in this loop of like pumping gas onto the concrete. It's an interesting thing, but it's more habitual Like it's the most the most what is
mundane.
It? Like, the most mundane, or the muscle memory of the brain. Like everything's rotted away except the muscle memory of the thing that you literally would do every day.
Yeah, and they say that very directly in Dawn of the Dead, because all the people are at the mall and they're like, "Why are they all here?" And just they say something like, "You know, it was something they did in their lives before." And it's in that movie has something to say about consumerism and whatnot. In this movie, it feels like it wants to say something about the Etruscans again, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
about their
I do
history.
feel like it's like it's what they knew. It's their jobs. It's like their.
It certainly
They-
seems
they
like
have
peasant
a knowledge.
workers or something.
Yeah.
right. I mean, they're dressed like peasants. They're like everything
I
about
guess. I don't know these.
them. Well, I mean, like
weird-
when you think of iconic peasants, you think of like a tunic, like a single
yeah.
piece of fabric that's
Yeah.
one color,
So it's
Trap clothing.
right?
Yeah.
So then
There's
maybe
also
they're
three-
borrowing that from Romero.
I don't.
Three
I
what?
mean, I don't know. I don't know if Romero borrowed it from this or if they borrowed from Romero. I don't know if he started doing the cultural stuff like that first.
He was before this movie, doing it before this movie, so for sure.
okay. All right.
And Romero movies, there's a whole other racial, class, race undertone.
Oh
of
yeah,
everything happening.
absolutely.
He defined that with Dawn of the Dead, which I think is part.
Didn't he
of
famously not really think of that when he hired the actor? Yeah.
in the original Night of the Dead? He hired. I don't
That's
know
awesome.
The actor's name.
He hired what's his name because he was just a good
black
actor.
dude.
He was a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he says. But it's amazing how it plays, and then he gets shot by
Yeah.
the like rednecks at the end that are just killing all the zombies. There's CP, and they just they're shooting at Will, and he gets shot at the end, and it's like, whew, jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole other movie. This movie is like feeding off of that thing, I think, for sure. It's just not.
It doesn't do any
as-
of the things it's trying to
Just
do.
doesn't do it
well.
as well, and then it mixes it up with these ridiculous things with mom fucking and dumb plot points and whatnot.
Also,
So
there
that-
are three perfectly fine vehicles sitting in the driveway of this house that nobody attempts to get in and leave this place.
I walked out when it was happening, but when I looked over my shoulder, I was walking out the door, but I saw the zombies standing around their yellow cars. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, are they
Yeah.
going to get in them? Maybe they'll be in
No.
cars when I get back, but they were not.
Yeah, one of them was just standing there like motioning to the car like he was a taxi driver.
And this made me, I'm just like, well, here's Fast and the Furious 16.
They've
Let's,
already gone to space. What else can they do?
Exactly.
Go to the
And,
afterlife.
hey, yeah, Bring It On in their, what is it, 5th, 6th installment
Fast and Furious Apocalypse.
or doing a horror version of Cheerleaders as Bring It On. I'm like, why not? Everyone
Yeah,
who watched
right?
those movies, everyone who watched those movies are like in their 30s probably at this point. Might as well. Fast and Furious can do a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
I think that series could go on for like 30 movies. Cars are such a good concept that you can just do anything with cars, and it's great.
Yeah.
They make billions with a B. Billions. Those movies.
Billions.
Billions and billions and billions in China.
Joey, did you have a favorite part?
I got a lot of favorite stuff about this thing. I think the zooms are
Yeah.
so good. The zoom, especially early on, like maybe
Yeah,
the
the
first
zooms were
20, 30
great.
minutes. I love fucking good old 70s style zoom cameras.
There were
And
some
they
like
do 'em
there were a lot of like
egregiously
arbitrary
or
ones. Yeah, it's just
gregariously.
it was very gregarious.
What else was, and maybe the eyeballs.
Oh, that eyeball.
Zombies are great.
It looks like a halberd.
Is that what
He's
that's
never
called?
gonna.
What'd you say, Justin?
I said he's never gonna get out of those curtains. And he just walked out.
Well, it's on her nose.
Yeah, it's more like her nostrils look like they were detached at some point.
I love the little dumb eyeballs in these things.
Oh, that guy.
Oh yeah, he's got
Wilford Brimley.
with all the zombies putting those eyeballs.
I bet they were gumballs.
One can only hope. Just gumballs out of a package that those gumballs that are shaped like eyes. Just pop them on there.
All gumballs are shaped like eyes.
Some of them seem like googly eyes.
Some of them are like
just
painted.
bobbing around.
Yeah.
I will say shout out to the fashion of this movie. Like the characters are all wearing like corduroys and suede boots and shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I thought you said fascists. Okay, hang on, let me make a note real quick.
no, Benito Mussolini was not in this film, unfortunately.
Well, they did go fascist for a little while.
Yeah.
But did we cover everybody? Or Adam, did you say something? Did you have
I did mine
favorite
earlier
part?
in the show. Yeah.
Did you have anything?
I'm wondering if this thing was just edited so badly and they just didn't have a good amount of footage for the whole plot. You know what I mean? If that's why we're missing it, or if it's just really badly done.
I mean,
I just don't know if it had much of a plot. Like if they were just like, I don't know, there's like people and they're here and then zombies happen and that's it.
You're like, you know what people like? Horny people.
Yeah.
And them dying. And that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And there's just run with that. You know, we have this big ass mansion.
Yeah, it seems like a Friday the 13th, like camp, kind of vibe.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all horny. They're all like, away.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see that they're adults, and the movies that were coming out of America at the time are all teenager slashers.
Yeah.
And then this movie is like, or I guess all the Italian horror movies really, I don't know if there are any, like, I can't think of a teenager-led Italian movie.
Suspiria?
Suspiria was teenager-led.
That's
for sure.
a good point. That's a good point. They're like students.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the actor
like
was
19,
21 or 22, yeah, but in
they're
that
a little
range.
older than what you would say.
They were meant to be in their teens, at least.
Yeah. But I wouldn't call Suspiria a slasher.
This could also be such an...
I mean, this isn't a slasher either.
Yeah, it just could be the people that they had, too. They didn't have anyone else, like... That guy's only credit is this movie.
Like in the early 80s, that's when the slasher thing, probably for 4 or 5 years, was really like hot. Till like Friday the 13th with Freddy and everything kind of ran it into the ground. It's a finite amount of time that slashers were like uber.
It was actually a really short period of time too.
It was.
It
just
feels
the
like
early
it was forever.
80s. It was just like 81 to 85. I feel like. I don't know what like maybe people want to say like whether like Black Christmas or whatever, which is like late 70s. This is a pretty small amount of time, really.
Oh, cool.
Then I guess we can go ahead and move on to
the bees.
No other drops. No other drops today.
No, yeah,
didn't really limit itself to it.
We'll see what happens with the rest of the episode. I don't know. So for me, I've got. We start off strong with a beard and blue jeans. I guess blue jeans.
Nice jeans, bro.
I got that. Yeah.
We move into a butt, boobs. And then in the basement, we had a barrel and boxes.
Oh, I didn't catch those at all.
There was a bright red barrel in the basement before they threw the paint. And then there was boxes in the background.
Nice.
We did have blood And then we had a Burt Reynolds, aka Buttafuoco. We had some bullets. We had blazing zombies. We had bites, and we had a boob bite. That's all I have.
A boy boob bite.
I got
baby boy boob bite.
Baby boy boob bite. Pretty good.
Big baby boy boob bite.
We got a blonde and a bear trap.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
And then good. I just wrote down good boots.
Yeah, lots of good boots.
A lot of good boots in this.
There was a bed.
There was.
And a butler.
Oh
yeah, butler.
We did have some buttling.
A bloody butler.
Yeah.
Bloodied butler. That's good.
We kind of had a little bit of a guy through glass. But it was the woman's eyeball into broken glass.
Oh, we're gonna do eye trauma? What are we doing?
Rip her hair out of her scalp. Come on.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, it's like
close.
the side of her head. Interesting choice.
What happened?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. That is a like almost they're trying to copy Zombie 2 again. Very directly. The classic eye scene with this was a spike through a door or something? What does she get thrown into?
I don't remember.
It goes. Is it a nail? It's like a almost like railroad spike kind of thing.
It's like a spike through a door, and then she gets pulled into the door through the doorknob because she's looking through the doorknob, and then there's a spike.
Well, it's like the gag that we thought they were going to do in X. When she's looking,
they do it.
They do it in X.
Oh, they do it. Yes.
Yeah,
but they do it
totally
later than you
copy it.
think. You're like, oh, this is when it's going to happen, and then it's like 30 seconds later, and then they get you.
Yeah.
What's the fucking director of X? What's his name?
Ty West.
Ty West. Gosh. Yeah, I met that guy when I was like fucking 20 years old. He was probably 20 fucking 3. Yeah.
There's bushes outside.
Oh, we also had Bush.
Did we have Bush?
When Michael walks in on them fucking,
you saw some
she
Bush?
jumps out of bed and tries to cover herself up, and she's got a mane, a lion's mane.
We had a battering ram.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was good.
We also had bashing and bludgeoning, and we had bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maggots
the
and worms.
Yeah, and the night crawlers. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Busting skulls.
Yeah.
We had a boy.
Yeah.
A boy, quote unquote.
Boy. Well, I guess we can go ahead and move on to the ratings then. And we will start with Justin. How are you feeling, bud?
Should we guess what Justin's going to give it?
What do y'all think?
Ah, man, that's tough.
Is it out of 5?
He could go low. Yeah, still out of 5. But we have a system. Not that this
we do have a system.
We have a system of 15 technically, or 15.
Yeah,
now.
I don't think this one plays in the 15s though.
It's
I
not
think
gonna
this one
play in
stays in
that.
the 5.
Yeah, this one
To
stays
me.
in the 5.
Yeah.
I've got mine. You want me to do mine first? Or?
Well, we're guessing Justin's. I think he's like a 2.5 or a 3, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking Justin's probably around a 3 at most. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like he was pretty okay with it, but it's that boob bite. I don't know if that's going to send him higher or lower. I really don't, but that's going to be that's the X factor.
He seemed a little offended, but a little intrigued.
Yeah.
It's difficult to gauge.
I don't know if that's going to bump it up to like a 3.5 and a 4, or if it's going to drop it to like a 1.5. I don't know.
Big bump.
This could really bite y'all in the boob.
Are you gonna give it a 1? Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
It was a 2, but the boob bite gave it the 3.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a glacially paced movie. It's not great. It's actually pretty bad, even in terms of trash movies. It's just boring. There were some cool effects. There was the pus blood. I really dug that. Some of the zombie brain bashing. It was cool, but everything outside of like the actual gore effects and the weird incest scene was just very uninteresting and slow, and you didn't really care about any of the characters. I mean, you also didn't even know why they were there for most of the movie. It was like just a bunch of horny, 40-year-olds in a haunted house.
30s.
I mean, come on. If you had the opportunity at your current age to go to an Italian villa with all of your horny friends for a weekend,
a rotting abandoned Italian villa,
dude,
you don't know that it's rotting or abandoned until you get there. You just hear like, "Hey, man, just come on out to the villa.
Come out
just
to the villa.
Have a good time. Just bring all your horny friends. We'll have a good time. Have a couple laughs.
There's this monastery we could go visit.
Yeah.
Like midsummer, man. I don't want to go over there.
We can all go fuck in the monastery.
You could just fuck in this villa all day.
We can watch this chick that we met's little boy suck on her boob. It's a weird thing, but we can't ever really turn away from it.
I'm like
it's just
1,000% going. If you bring
but it's
that up.
Italy, so there's no rules. We've already established this. So
Look
like
at the
Italian people are trash.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing it.
Three from Justin Petty.
As a 3.
Hey, that's pretty good for what I would thought.
Okay.
I thought you might have gotten really low.
It's 100%
James.
because of the boob bite, though.
Yeah, I knew the boob bite was going to be the make or break. So, looks like it made it. James, how are you feeling?
I'm gonna go 2.5, only because of the zombie effects and stuff. I thought were pretty good, but it's just glacially paced is a very accurate description. And yeah, just not interesting greatly too. So 2.5 barely to me, my opinion.
All right. So we've got 3 from Justin, 2.5 from James. Joseph, how are you feeling?
I mean,
does it make you feel weird when I call you Joseph?
No, that's my name.
Okay.
Does it make you feel like he's your mommy?
Nope.
Because your mommy calls you Joseph.
Yeah. Terry's the only person I've ever seen call you Joseph. So
a lot of people call me that.
No, they
Good
don't.
old Terry.
I've only heard your mommy call you Joseph.
That's fair.
Does your sister call you Joseph?
Sometimes she has, yeah.
Okay.
Her daughter does not.
Well, I assume she calls you uncle.
No,
Uncle
she
Joseph.
just calls me Joey.
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 Joey. I guess I could hit that button if I wanted to,
No,
but
you
you know.
Can't even reach for it. I'm gonna give this
Movie's
a 4.
God damn it.
Because it's like things we've covered. It's about a bunch of horny older people showing up to a mansion. The zombies are great. They're ingenues.
They're what?
Ingenues, but that's not the real word for what they are.
No, that's a lens.
Just borrowing terminology that sounds tangentially Latin. Whatever.
Kinda.
Yeah, okay, whatever. No,
That sounds French to me. I don't know.
ingenue? What does ingenue mean? Do I have to look it up?
I don't know. I know it's a lens.
Let's see how
company.
wrong I am.
Are you trying to say ingenious?
Ingenue.
I don't even know how to spell that.
A-N-G.
Oh, I would have said E-N-G.
Okay, I'm way off because I thought it meant like a person who can kind of engineer things in a pinch.
Yeah.
It's not that at all.
like a MacGyver.
Yeah, like a MacGyver. I thought that's what it meant. It doesn't at all. Ingenue, an innocent or unsophisticated young woman, especially in a play or a film.
Oh yeah, that's these zombies for sure. The all-male zombie cast.
Okay, I may have once known the definition of ingenue, and I have forgotten it and replaced it with something with the word engineering. I knew I was kind of wrong in there. Regardless, I didn't feel the glacial pace that you guys are talking about. I thought this thing had.
Well, it's probably because you got up like 3 or 4 times.
I got up
like Apocalypse.
Twice, maybe. No, I didn't like leave for periods of time.
I just realized I need to add an air horn to my fucking, or like one of those rap horns to my soundboard.
Anyways, they were
to announce people leaving.
No, because you just burned Joey real good, so I should have like hit a.
Yeah, it was a sick burn, wasn't it?
I didn't. What? How did you? I didn't even
Boom roasted.
I missed it.
Get fucking wrecked, nerd.
Sure. This movie's great. The makeup's amazing. The idea is astounding. The left turn with the mom and the kid is
sexy. Is that the word you're looking for?
To make it move.
No,
it was ingenue.
It's ingenuity. No, fuck you guys. This is great. This is a great trash film, in my opinion. It is real trashy. You guys are right in one respect that it needed a little more ridiculous plotting. Some characters beyond the mom and son that is so fucking weird. If any of the other characters had anything kind of similarly in that ballpark of incest, this would be fantastic. I would be like jizzing all over this movie. But as it stands, it's a 4 to me. Pretty fucking weird. Pretty crazy, pretty good makeup, pretty good effects, pretty good dumb idea. Kind of loved it.
All right. So we've got 3 from Justin, 2.5 from James, 4 from Joey. Yeah, I mean, I'm in between y'all. I definitely felt some of the glacial pace that James and Justin have talked about. But I also loved this movie in a weird way. Like it's the makeup is solid. The maggots that we didn't talk about it much, but that first scene, or maybe not the first scene, but like one of the first times that you see the zombies coming out of the grass. And I'm like, holy shit, that's like a really good effect. They like clearly put sod really cool over the body, and then he like rises out, and then I was like, that's crazy. The boob bite is astounding. Like,
the whole arc is. I think that's what puts it up to a 4 for me. Like, otherwise, it's maybe what you guys are talking about. But that
this movie went for it, and I respect that. But at the same time, I do feel some of that glacial pace. Like, we talked about it when it was as we were watching it, and within the first 10 minutes, you've got the fucking professor getting jumped by zombies. You've got nudity and sex and all this stuff. And you're like, wow, this is like really grabbing and effective and everything. And then it just kind of comes to a halt for a little while. And that was a struggle for me. But ultimately, I sit between everybody. So I'm at a 3.5 on this guy. I would definitely watch it again. It's an achievement for sure, but it's Also, what Joey said at the beginning, our brains have been warped. So I feel like if we would have watched this 30 episodes ago, I probably would have been in the 1.5 realm. So it's hard to be objective here, but I'm sitting at a 3.5. Yeah. So I have been your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joseph Graham, Justin Petty, and James Puckett. Thank you all for giving up your Thursday nights, Friday mornings. If you aren't already, give us a follow on social media at Trash Movie Kings. Follow us at Monster Closet, Dickhead Film. We've got some exciting things coming out surrounding that sometime soon. Thank you to Southern Star Brewing Company for giving us the beer that fueled this episode of tit biting.
Hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, if I haven't thanked you enough, thank you all for giving up your Thursday nights, Friday mornings. Thank you, everybody, for listening and subscribing and all of that. And we will see you next time.
Shout out to Fucked Up Tile Floors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bleeding Diarrhea.
Shout out to the big-titted sculpture lady.
Oh, yeah. Miter saws. If anybody's out there in need of a baseboard cutting, I have a miter saw. Shout out to pushing on doors that should be pulled.
Pretty good.
Yeah.